Right.
Battlefield of Eternity.
Afton. The battlefield. Remain. That's you covering. Good for pretty powerful on the map early. Go powerhouses. Ragnarok. You know what?
By fire be purged!
Let's see if that gets any better. Had a noise gate on that was pretty harsh. I missed the first pick, Rag. That's cool. Always a strong pick.
Bring the mega death. Our time has come.
Nice. We're going meta here. It looks like we're going meta, boys.
Balloon, grant us.
This realm needs me.
Alright, I'm liking this. Ming is really good poke. Really good poke on this map. Malf is a strong healer right now. So it'll be interesting to see what they pick for a front line. Artanis just has a really sick engage right now, so. And ETC is always a solid frontline pick. Wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a Diablo ban here. Just because he's a pretty strong frontliner and they've yet to pick a tank. Look at that. Makes sense. Monkau knew. Interesting. I don't find Monk to be too super threatening, but it could be a respect ban. And they could be looking for maybe trying to deny the dual healer setup. Although dual medic with dual tank would be rough. I'm not sure. Not 100% sure I get what they're going for there. Because that does leave Rhaegar open. And Brightwing. And Tacitor. Right now, I'm expecting Artanis to go, what's the, talent? I'm trying to think of what it's called now. Amateur opponent. I'm expecting to see that. And we're definitely lacking some damage on the Immortal. For the Immortal race right now.
I stand ready.
Vala is a really solid pick to fill that role. Great lock on. You can leave her behind to deal with the Immortal while you push out. Also has good cleanup.
I will fight to my last breath.
And there's the Rhaegar. I mean, we might see a bloodlust here. Because both Artanis and Vala do well. Yeah, that's a reasonable guess. Tas Vala. That's usually a good combo. I haven't really played much with I haven't played at all with the new Tacitor. I haven't played with him since he made his change. Tracer. That's a bit of a surprise. It's a little bit of a surprise there. I do like to see the Muradin, and that's a 6 skin. Who's our last pick? If it were me, I'd try and grab a burst. Although maybe something tanky wouldn't be bad. Like a Thrall. Only got a lot of melee though. Tychus.
help.
Oh, there's the burst. Lily last pick. And now the swap round. Is everybody happy with what they got? Last call. Alrighty, looks like we're getting started. Yeah, loading up. Battlefield of Eternity. It's a good map.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Alright. So over here on red team, we got ourselves Masterfish on our Turnus. Eric on Jaina. We got Marad on Vala.
The battle
Zombie
begins
Chris
in
on ETC.
10 seconds.
And Titan on Rhaegar. Over here for blue team, we've got Dargok
3, 2,
on
1.
Mouth.
We cannot tarry.
Karnith on Muradin. Wang Dangler on Ming. And let's see who we got here. Oh, D-Wolf on Tracer. And Ragnaros up top. Played by Southern Gamer. Alright, so we're doing the usual poke and shuffle here in the beginning. Looks like Artanis and Rag are going to solo each other. Jaina looking for a flank. A lot of damage goes out on Jaina early, but not enough to take her out. Oh, come on, there we go. Let's see. Looks like Ming has picked up charged bolts for her level 1, going Mitches. Oh, there we go, our first kill on ETC goes down. Let's see if
Heed, mortals.
here comes our immortal phase.
And the demon lord is close behind.
I'm trying to finish soaking that wave.
Evil from this land, demon.
Alright, are we going to defend? Looks like we're doing a little bit of defending here. Inside of blue. Oh, it looks like Masterfish gets a lot of damage. And there he goes. That was some good cleanup. Still defending. Which is buying time for Tracer to do her business up there on the Immortal. Putting some damage down. That was a pretty good swap. Follow-up just wasn't there, though. Now we're getting some poke on that blue Immortal. There we go. Halftime finish is just about even. Not too much in the advantage of blue team. And now we race. Oh. A lot of damage going down on that blue Immortal.
It was almost too
Alright. Are we looking for a pick?
The demon moves for the gates of heaven.
It looks like we're gonna counter push top pretty hard. Split push, excuse me. If you don't have something like Sylvanas pushing with you, it's kind of difficult to get more than a wall out of the first immortal anyways. So I like this move because it gives them a little bit of an XP lead. Well, it's about even. In fact, blue has actually eked out a little bit of a lead. Looks like ETC and Rag are gonna solo bot. Oh, that was a little bit of a missed flip on the Malfurion. Looked like he was going for. Oh, my bad. That's a nice slide. Good butt bites. A lot of damage going out on Wang Dangler. Ooh, that orb just barely missed.
We approach your position.
It would have been a pretty devastating hit with that orb too, because it was right in the middle of them. And now we're gonna start our second immortal phase.
There is no
Interestingly enough, neither team managed to go for the side camps. Oh, is he gonna get out? Yep, he has his leap. Dwarf toss.
new position.
Halftime was easily won. Chaser's gonna go work on the immortal. The rest of Wedge tries to defend. That Blizzard. Here comes Arvala coming in to do a little bit of poke. ETC got the roots, and the orb just barely misses again. Jane is a little bit aggressive here, which I don't mind. She's getting a lot of damage on Southern Gamer. That was a pretty nice lava rock. Get 2 for 1 there. Nice roots. Oh, that tracer. That tracer's hurting. There we go. And Ragnaros goes down. Looks like they're gonna have to give up the rest of this immortal phase. Better than yesterday. Wins the immortal race. Looks like this time we're gonna push with immortal. Clearing the way a little bit. It's gonna be 5-5. We go for talents here. Ming is going full missile build, which is not uncommon on this map. And there's the power of Ragnaros to delay that objective, protect that fort, get some damage out. And what should have been a fort is now defended easily use of Ragnaros' trait. Very powerful in delaying these games. Very, very good for getting the game to go late. Tracer's poking. Looks like she's just distracting. Make sure that they don't realize that they're going for this camp here. Alright, I like that. It's a good camp catch. Now with a full defend of 4 players against this camp, it's not going to get a lot of value, but it keeps them here at cleaning and allows Tracer to rotate. And the rest of the team here could possibly rotate for a camp. Looks like they may be doing that. Yep, see, I like this. They're using that camp to distract them long enough to try and get this camp over here. Now, it's a little bit early to be capping this. Let's see if they go straight cap it or if they hold it. Looks like they're gonna wait it out. Ooh, that Muradin. Muradin got low. Nice orb.
Take heed, mortals.
There we go. Now we're on our 3rd immortal phase.
Demon Lord is close behind.
Ragnaros is gonna go over here and cap that camp. This is another thing you'll see a lot,
I will deliver
is
this
now that
land
camp
from
can
your
push pretty
corruption,
much
Hellspawn.
unopposed while everybody messes with the objective. And we're seeing the same strategy from Wedge of Destiny. They're trying to defend their immortal. And let's take a second here and look at heroics. Looks like Malfurion has gone with, Twilight Dream. Ragnaros has gone Sulfurous Smash, which is all the rage right now. Muradin with Avatar. Tracer with Quantum Spike. And Li Ming with Wave of Force. This is a pretty good fight going on right here, actually. And it died down. And it looks like Vala has gone with, what is that, Strafe? Strafe. Ancestral Recall, so we're not going Bloodlust. Artanis with the Blind. Suppression Pulse. Jaina with Ring of Frost. And ETC with the Mosh. And we're back to racing. It looks like Wedge of Destiny is going to walk away with this one. They did a really good job defending the Immortal that time. And this is their first Immortal win. So let's see what they can get off of the back of this Immortal. Looks like we're going to do a full 5-man commit to the top here, which I don't disagree with, considering this is a late game Immortal. Well, not late game, but it's a post heroic.
Down the gates of hell.
Looks like Rag was just checking the fog to make sure they weren't getting flanked. A lot of times you'll see Jaina's try and flank. It's an aggressive swap. Nice suppression pulse. Nice. I always like to see this trait being used aggressively like this. Sadly, the Sulfurous Smash missed there. And is the ETC gonna get away? Oh, that orb's so close. Everything's missing on him. He's juking, he's healing. Nice, slid right through the wall, and there we go. But it did the job that a tank does. It bought his team time to get away. Yeah, that was a nice use of Ragnaros' trait to jump on that fort as soon as you take it down. A lot of times people forget or just neglect to do that aggressively, and they only use it to defend, and it's very powerful on the defend, but it's also really good, and it can be a nice surprise when you do it in the middle of a team fight like that, because everybody is distracted everywhere else, and if nobody calls out that Ragnaros is doing that, next thing you know, you're fighting a molten core. So it looks like we traded camps.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
So now, Wedge of Destiny pulls ahead. Yeah.
I am on my way.
Yeah, Mosh Pit was interrupted.
Be ready.
That was a good catch. So now we went from a pretty close game, losing to him. Oh, that was a really nice combo right there with the Sulfurous Smash. It looks like Wedge now has just about a little over a full level lead and lead in structures.
Our battle cannot remain here.
Yeah, normally I like to see taking that camp at that time, but when you've got a team already jumping on your Immortal like that, you might want to defend, because now it's a little bit late to defend. Here comes a big. That was a good pulse, caught just about everybody. Nice slide, good mosh, but the cleanse comes out. That's a clutch cleanse on the Muradin, so he's able to stop the mosh, and the ETC goes down. Yeah, nice. They're just dropping down. Ooh, and she's. Oh well. So not only did that Immortal just melt to the point where Wedge now has a full health, full shield Immortal to push with, they were able to get 3 kills for 1 death. Now granted, it's still kind of early, so the timers aren't too long, but still, that gives Wedge a talent lead. Let's see what they can do with it. Talent lead and a full shield Immortal. That was a big root, big root. Nice dodge of the pulse by the Tracer. A lot of damage going out. Ming is doing a good job of poking. I like this. They got the fort and then they backed out. Play it safe. No reason to risk it. Are we going for the party bush?
I must rest for a time.
I think they got made. Yeah, they got made. So it looks like relatively normal talents here. I don't think I see anything too interesting. Ice block for mouth. Looks like Ragnaros is leading in siege damage for Wedge of Destiny. Yeah, we got a good fight going on. Let's see. Let's see how this engage goes. Pulse goes down. Not a whole lot of value from that pulse other than possibly discouraging a full engage, but it looks like the Artanis is probably going to go down here. Move that cursor. I need to remember to turn off big cursor mode before I cast into the game. Alright. Another good camp cap right before the Immortal phase. And there's no real reason to do anything other than just pound this Immortal now. Since it looks like better than yesterday is having to do a lot of cleaning right now. Yeah. They don't have much of a choice other than to try and defend. And with the Immortal being on the enemy side, that makes it more difficult.
Red team's core is under attack.
And that camp is already pushing to the core. Nice Sulfurous Smash. Unfortunately, the Ancestral saved him. And everybody's low over here on Wedge of Destiny. Oh, and that ice block saved his life. Turner. Yeah, core is going down. Looks like we've got Winions on the core, but the camp did go down. Still fighting over this immortal here. See, now the conundrum that Better Than Yesterday is facing right now is they're defending this, but they're not getting any damage on the other immortal. And minions are going to their core. So they're just in a really difficult spot. And they're a talent down. Is their talent? Oh, they're not. Yep.
Our triumph brings order.
Yeah, they're not a talent down. Never mind. There is no 18 level talent. There goes the Jaina. Our Tracer jumping ahead. And then I don't. Doesn't even look like they need to wait for the immortal. A 3-level lead. Yep, they're just gonna core it. Nice cleanse. That should be it. Looks like that is game. GG, guys. GG. Well. There you go. I liked how Better Than Yesterday started out. It looked like they started out strong. They won the first 2 immortals. And I kind of had my doubts on the Tracer being able to do enough damage while Wedge of Destiny was defending. But they really turned it around post 10. And it just seemed like Wedge was just biding their time. You know, doing a strong defend, getting past the heroic stage. And then they were just able to aggressively push. And their timing on map objective and camp capping was really, really good. And I feel like that had a lot to do with how they were able to snowball a small lead into a bigger lead. Better Than Yesterday did a really good job trying to defend, and just unfortunately a couple team fights didn't go their way, and once they were a talent tier behind, it was pretty difficult to be on the back foot the whole game, so it's kind of hard to come back from that. But overall, it was a pretty good game. I enjoyed it. This is only my second time trying to cast for Chairleague, so I hope it wasn't too horribly bad. Let me go ahead and declare winner here. And that went to Wedge of Destiny. Alright. I have 2 games tomorrow night that I will be casting. Let me see what times they are. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Pacific. Yo, what's up? Yes. It'll be archived on my stream, and then probably tomorrow or later I'll end up putting it on YouTube. I have both captains' contacts, so I can shoot you the YouTube link if you want that way, or it'll be archived on the Twitch stream. I'm pretty sure that I have it set to archive. I really hope I have it set to archive. It would suck if I didn't. Let me see. I used to have it set to archive. I will let you know if that is not the case. Channel and videos. Auto hosting, team hosting, host list, host priority, channel settings, authorize, yep, automatically archived. Just wanted to double check that I had that clicked. So yes, and I restarted the stream right before your game, so there won't be the rest of my mucking about before. And I'm going to go ahead and end the stream and get out of here for the night. So it was a good game. I enjoyed casting it, and thanks for having me.